The Sonic Movie Show is a weekly podcast that you can find on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, and YouTube. Just search for The Sonic Movie Show and give us a like wherever you listen.
Live from New York studios. Where does SNL take place?
Live from New York. It's Saturday night. It's literally how it's the famous opening.
I don't watch it enough. I only watch the skits occasionally on YouTube.
Hello and welcome to the 18th inaugural episode of the Sonic Movie Show, the only show that's going to be quick and dirty this time. I'm Ethan. With me here is Devin.
I don't have a quote. Sorry. But we'll be talking about Sonic toys, and that's cool.
Yeah,
right?
We have this is a very fast, like Sonic episode today because we have other stuff to do, unrelated, but we're going to be going through some light news. We have, what is it? Bunch of merchandise, right?
Yeah, so last couple of weeks, there's been a couple different articles from different websites just talking about, hey, Sonic, you'll be seeing Sonic merch, soon in stores, either at your local Target, your local Walmart, but also there's been a couple other things that have already been released, but a lot of it right now is just, hey, they're working with this company. But there is a couple things that we've been able to find here, so you can physically look at them.
Yeah, some toys, some plushies have shown up. We've seen some images so far, so we're just going to talk about them. We have nothing else to say. So we need pad a week.
All right, here we'll just start with the Sega shop, the official shop. They have Sonic the Hedgehog movie merchandise. It's not too much. What is this? 9, 10? No, 11.
Counting.
11 counting. 11. It says 11 products right there. But
we got a couple T-shirts of basic the Sonic the Hedgehog kind of artwork. All of this stuff is pretty much just key art that they've used for movie like posters and whatever. But there's a few different T-shirt variations. There's a weird hoodie.
Yeah,
like this light gray hoodie with just the Sonic the Hedgehog logo real tiny in the corner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's trying to be
$50.
I don't know if it's trying to be like Gucci, where it just says Gucci in the corner. You know what I mean? Like
I never understood that. Like, you're just buying a hoodie.
It's
at that point.
It's just a brand thing, but it's not like Sonic is something that you're stunting on the hose with.
Well,
So
you don't know me all that well.
But if you scroll up there real quick, yeah. So for terms of the T-shirts, you just said how they're pretty basic. You have your it just says the logo. Or it reads the logo, Sonic the Hedgehog, cool, on a black tee. Then you have like a navy blue, it looks like.
For $25.
For $25. And then you have a Sonic the Hedgehog with Sonic running through what looks like...
A triangle?
It's some sort of...
Just some weird...
Shapes.
There's two variations of that one.
Yeah, then because you have the blue. You have a navy blue and then you have a lighter blue. And then you have a long sleeve... T-shirt. It looks more like a crew sweatshirt to me, but it says long sleeve T-shirt, and has Sonic doing like
a Mario jump.
Yeah, I don't know where he's going, but it says a whole new speed of hero. It says underneath. They could have taken that out. Personally, if I'm designing the shirt, I would have
that looks that. Like whatever pamphlet this graphic was in, that line was underneath it, and they were just like, oh, is this part of the design? Whatever. We'll just
the intern's just like, this works.
Yeah. They ain't paying us.
Then we have that sweatshirt we just talked about, but then we also have some mugs. Everyone loves mugs.
Yep.
I have too many mugs personally, so every time I get a mug for Christmas, I'm like, thanks. I'll
use this a couple times.
Maybe in the year. I don't know.
So the first mug is literally that pair of T-shirts design of Sonic running through some shapes, and on the back it says a whole new speed of hero. So
is that the official tagline? I'm guessing.
Maybe.
I don't remember that being said anywhere else. I'll have to look that up.
He's not new. It's from 1991. That mug is also $15. And there's another mug of Sonic kind of pointing.
The classic Sonic point. That we
Uncle
all know
Sam needs you kind of point at Sonic.
Sonic needs you to go fast.
Yeah. Black mug, like the other one, $15. This one just says Sonic the Hedgehog on the other
I like that
side.
one better than the other one. I don't know.
We got a couple iPhone 10 looking cases.
Yeah, it doesn't say what phone. Click that. Does it say what it fits?
for $35. Pick a phone.
$35. Okay, it does-
iPhone
okay.
8, 8 Plus, 10, Galaxy S8. So they don't even have the newest iPhones or the newest Samsungs. They're on like S10.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Well, and they want $35
Hey, I can
for
get it,
this
though.
case.
I have an iPhone 8. I can get that.
I have an iPhone 10. And they have, so that design is literally the same as that last mug. Sonic's pointing through the ring. There's another phone case.
Where he's doing that jumping.
But he's also holding a ring. Now let's look. Is it convincingly him holding it, or is it clipping through his fist?
If you look at his pinky finger there, it looks a little rough.
It looks like it's literally clipping through his hand. Like he wasn't meant to. Same phones this time. You can share it on Twitter. Interesting. A couple little notebooks for $15 each. One of them, this is actually kind of cool. It just says Speed Freak in a bunch of different fonts over and over again, including
I'm guessing that's
Japanese.
What it says in Japanese. What if it didn't say that? It was just like...
It just said capitalism.
LOL, you can't read this.
Yeah.
So it says.
It's $15 for that notebook, and there's another black notebook like that first one, but it has that Sonic Mario jump looking thing. Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah. This is what did they say what size these notebooks are?
No. Yeah, I can't tell if that's... Oh, no, it doesn't say 5x8.
5x8. So is that like standard? No, that's not standard. For like a kid to use this in school. This is like...
This is more like, I want to keep this in my pocket, writing down...
160 pages for $15.
Writing down my screenplay I've been working on for 20 years. For my Sonic the movie. For my Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
It's $1 for 10 pages. That's all that's on the Sega official shop. Why don't you lead us to the next...
All right, so next we have, there's been a couple articles talking about this, but Arby's has announced their kids meal toys. They'll be coming, I guess they're out right now, December 1st to February 29th, so we can go to Arby's and get some.
I'll just get the curly fries.
Yeah, I'm not a big Arby's fan. So yeah, you have your 4 favorite friends of Sonic.
They had
3
even more.
friends and then 1 Sonic.
They showed more. I saw in a tweet there's like 8 of them. Because what they show here on this news thing is Amy, Sonic, Tails, and the red one. I think his name is Knuckles. I don't know much about him.
But these aren't even this isn't even related to the movie, though.
No.
It just happens to come out when the movie's coming out.
They have 4 other ones, too. I saw Eggman and Shadow. But...
Doesn't look like it's in this article.
Interesting. So, but these toys are literally like, picture like a little plastic disc that slides up to reveal another plastic disc.
Yeah, so...
And then slap a vertical image of Sonic across those 2 discs.
So, okay, so if I'm a kid here, like...
You can't play with this.
But I know, but is it meant to be portable? Am I just always showing this?
I think it slides up. Like
am I putting this in my pocket for later? You know what I mean? And then I'm like, oh, maybe this is for a kid in school. You know, he's going from class to class. He's gonna put him in his back pocket when he's not using it. And he sits down at his desk and he slides it up. And he's like, okay, I'm ready to work. I'm ready to learn.
Right. Like, I was just looking this over. Like, there isn't like a clock in this or anything like that. This is literally like a plastic disc
totem.
that slides.
It's a totem.
I guess.
Billy, put that Sonic
toy
toy
I don't
away.
understand. Like, okay, like, hey, if you slide it up, you reveal the rest of the image, but the rest of the image is like their shoes. So, like, because most of them is, you know,
Yeah,
Sonic.
it's just legs.
Half
are
of Sonic's
revealed.
body is his legs, and so when you have half of his legs and his feet on one of these discs, like, it's just weird.
Amy is just the bottom half is just her giant like Jordans or whatever those are.
Boots.
Those Ugg boots. I don't know.
It's definitely the '90s designs that they kept. I always hated Knuckles' shoes.
What are they? Like hiking boots?
I
don't
guess.
know. Huh.
Speaking of shoes,
Yeah, so speaking of shoes, Puma, this was announced, like, I think before even the second trailer came out, but in case you don't know, Puma this is their second time they've collabed with Sega to do Sonic stuff, because they've had other Sonic shoes in the past. I think they did one for Sonic's, like, 20th anniversary or something in the past, but these are for the movie specifically, and they're all black with red and blue in them, and then there's some Sonic rings on the heel.
As well as on the side, it shows like a life counter, and then it says rings 50.
I'm a
What does it say on the tongue? Do we have a tongue picture?
well. There's like
Oh, it just says RSX, which is the
Yeah.
model of shoe.
and then inside the shoe, it looks like it's a racing checkered
Yeah. And it's got
pattern.
the Puma logo and the Sonic.
Sega logo.
$120 for these shoes. Sizes range from 7 to 12. You can buy 6 online at once.
I've gotten into I'm not like a sneakerhead, but I've gotten into like I want more than one pair of shoes. And I've always worn Puma for most of my life. Mostly I wore Puma for cross country and stuff. I really like their shoes. But I will say that like I'm kind of disappointed in this because at first when they first like
I was
announced,
expecting Sonic's shoe, but like a realistic, practical
if it was like
version of it.
I'm actually looking for red shoes right now.
Like there's way too many like patterns and felts feelings. Like that this little stripe here looks like that's felt, and then you have like tough edge here, and then like so many different textures.
Well, I will say that this is definitely Puma's been doing more of a '90s like looking back kind of feel. A lot of their shoes now are like big and clunky looking. They have that,
like
rough
corner guard.
Yeah. So it's kind of a thing right now. I'm not a personal fan of it, but I can see why people like it. But so I think they're doing that style mixed with Sonic, but they also didn't want to make it look
but at that point,
super gamery, I guess. I don't know.
But if you're going to do a 90s style shoe, and you have a character that was popular in the 90s, why don't you make it classic Sonic, 90s Sega logo work?
Well, the past Sonic shoot they did was all green, like the Green Hill Zone.
Okay.
And those were ugly. But I did dig they had Dr. Eggman shoes, and those were kind of neat because it was all Chemical Zone stuff. Right. I really dug those, but they don't have it on their website anymore. You have to get them through like a third party.
Oh, I see. Here's an example of just a regular version.
Yeah, this is Rubik Cube.
These look terrible.
But it's just more of once again, it's just a style preference.
Here's the Tetris version.
There's the Tetris pieces on the side there. Yeah, but yeah, it's not just Puma who's doing this though. Adidas has gotten into the late '80s, early '90s look. There's a lot of like looking back shoes out right now, but of course you still have your Jordans and stuff like that. But
yeah,
generally speaking, I've seen a lot of like bigger shoes are like back for some reason. I'm not a big fan of bigger shoes. I like more of a tighter fit myself, but
no shoes, no. I had a dream the other night, legitimately, that I drove all the way up to New York to visit family, and I walked into a restaurant and I had no shoes on, just walking in my socks.
You just drove with them,
and I'm like, wait, what's the saying again? Shoot, it's no shoes. I have to leave.
I have to leave.
Speaking of leaving, we're gonna leave this shoe topic here. Move on to the next one.
So this is a GameSpot article we found that just basically says that the merch sucks. The new merch sucks, despite the new design. So we have a baby Sonic plush. That's $10.
And it is definitely like a garbagey plush. Like, picture...
It doesn't even look like Sonic. It looks more like a hedgehog.
I mean, he doesn't have any shoes.
He looks more like a hedgehog. That's a good point.
Doesn't have a mouth.
He's very baby. Maybe this is like fetus Sonic.
This time,
this is what he looks like in the
baby.
womb.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is the Sonic fetus. This is supposed to be baby Sonic plush. But he doesn't even look like the baby Sonic, like, key art.
Yeah. You have Sonic the Hedgehog, official Speed Dash Sonic.
Spin Dash. Yeah, it's a little playset here, a plastic toy playset. I don't really understand why kids get these kinds of toys.
I don't know. This
like,
is something.
I was always a Legos kid or something.
This is something that will definitely sit on the shelf at Kmart for a long time.
Forever.
Because even when they discount it to $5,
yep, forever. Well, the box would be busted open. It's basically like, it looks like so Sonic is in a wheel, a moving wheel. He's running, and the wheel is like a spin dash kind of thing, even though he's not curled up into a ball, but they want to show Sonic running. He has like a little ramp launcher thing that you pull back or something. And it goes forward, and there's a little ramp to like a ring that has a floating Eggman drone thing in the middle. So it looks like, oh, you pull it back, and he goes and destroys the thing. And how much do they want for this? Does it say $30?
$30. I would say like 15, 20, but $30?
This is the Arby's toy that I would want. Like if I had this, I would be like, all right, I gotta eat at Arby's 15 times, get all these vouchers, and I can get this thing. That would be something like that. But $30.
So he doesn't. So he only goes and hits the drone, right? It doesn't look like it's. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's a better picture on Amazon right here. See, I thought like he had to go off that ramp, but
it's a ripcord and launcher.
Yeah.
It brings him forward.
It's a ripcord. I thought that was a ramp at first.
No, like you hold him in there. He sits on the wheel thing on that. Oh, I can't really.
Okay.
He sits on that.
Okay.
You pull the ripcord to spin it up, and then you pull the lever to release him. He drops down into the thing, speeds forward into a ramp, and the ramp is a separate distance. So like you could pull a prank on Sonic and make it very far away, so he doesn't have the speed to do it anymore.
I'll also say that that's definitely the old design, 100%.
Yes.
You can click on that other one right there. Get a closer look. Yeah. Oh yeah. he looks more like.
I mean, his shoes.
He looks more man than Hedgehog at this point. In this design right here.
Look at the shoes too. That you can also tell that is the old design.
$30.
$29.99.
How are kids
Amazon
supposed to
Prime
save
free.
money for that? You get your allowance. $30. That's like.
Well, free shipping. All right. I was actually reading a thing the other day being like, free shipping is one of the easiest tricks to get people to buy something online.
Or if the kid gets the Amazon Rewards Visa card, they can get points for it.
They only pay
56 cents difference. Oh, after the point. Okay, whatever.
Next up, we have a Sonic Mad Libs, which there already is an actual Sonic Mad Libs. All
which
right,
you gifted
Devin
me.
knows because he has it somewhere in this room. But this is, I guess, based off the movie. I would actually... So it does say the official movie. Because it has the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, like, key art of him. Has his design, render or whatever. So, like, okay, you can infer it's from the movie. But my little sneaky guess here is if it didn't say the official movie, that it would just be the other Sonic book, just with a different cover.
I'll actually maybe look for this.
And compare the two?
Compare the two to see if it's the exact same thing or not.
All right, because why don't you do that when it comes out, and
Okay.
then I'll do the other thing here, which is the Sonic the Hedgehog official movie novelization.
Both of these, it says it releases on February 14th, so when the movie comes out. $6.49. At least that's affordable.
I will buy the Sonic novelization for the movie. I will buy it. It says artwork not final for the cover.
Long do you think that book's gonna be?
How tall is Jake Gyllenhaal? Doesn't say. I would imagine it's not very long.
Action-packed chapter book.
It's gonna, like, a lot of these movie novelization, especially ones that are for kids, they embellish on certain things that whenever there's just dialogue of people talking, like, they're gonna put in something that's a joke or something that isn't,
And then
you can
Jim
buy
Carrey screams when he saw Sonic.
They actually straight up call him Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Hey, you can buy both the Sonic
For
novelization
$12. That's a
and
good
the
deal.
Mad Libs for $12.18.
So, if you're listening to this looking for what Sonic movie merchandise to get, so far I think your best option to get more bang for your buck is
buy a book.
To buy 2 books for the low price of $12.18.
So that's it for this grouping of stuff.
Oh yeah, this isn't really a toy or anything, but while we were looking, I found an Etsy designer who will make a Sonic movie birthday invitation. It just says Jacob's 10th birthday. Join us on 2/19/19 from 2 to 4 p.m. AMC Theater, 123 Movie Avenue in Toontown, New Jersey. Children's admission is included. Wait, so does that mean that kids, like, if I drop my kid off, you're paying for it?
I guess so.
Oh shit.
So basically, they're
That's
just
cheap.
stealing the poster design and selling it with the reverse being a printout
Yeah.
of a movie invite.
I just love how that you can just drop your kid off. I'm not okay. Let's say you're a parent, right? We're not parents, but let's say we are.
It's a digital download. They're not even going to actually make them physically. You could just do this yourself.
Yeah, but I just like the idea of paying for another kid. I would not. No, you know how expensive movie tickets are.
Looks like this person also makes just these for other basic movies as well.
$6. How many do I get? Oh, did you just get? Well, I guess it doesn't
It's
matter.
just a digital download.
Yeah.
You have the rights to do it. Ooh, but Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. That's not a Smash Brothers character. There is that.
You should comment and be like, actually, half these characters aren't in Super Smash Brothers.
All right, these are background stage elements. These are characters that you can't play as. The sizing isn't correct. Dina's having a lot of birthday
Dude,
parties.
honestly, we should do this.
I mean,
Like, for $6.
amazing. My son loved the invitation.
Diana sent the download very quickly.
All right, but this Goku one's pretty hot.
I don't like how it like, I want to see a little bit more. Wait, it just says,
That's the name of the upcoming game.
but no, but it just cuts it off. Is that the invitation?
I hope not. Well, this is what he posted. I don't know, whatever.
So yeah,
Welcome back to Etsy reviews.
So yeah, another cheap purchase if you're interested. If you're having a birthday party anytime soon.
And last but not least, we have what looks like a Sonic. I don't want to call it like a felt plush. This almost looks like a balloon because it has like printed design, but it's a plush of Sonic himself. The new movie design, I think.
Yeah, that's closer to the newer
I can't
design
see his
than
shoes. That's the ultimate way to tell for me personally.
What does it say? Sound? Does it have sounds? It says. I think that's what it says. Try me, maybe. I think it's what it says.
Let's see here. Oh, we have another. That's the Baby Sonic from before.
I think I can't really read it, but I think it does say with sound.
Oh, jeez.
And ToyWiz.com has all the Sonic merch.
I know.
You always can just zoom in too on it.
They took my man's shoes.
What the?
Oh my.
Oh, what did you just find? We
Hold on. There's a Reddit video.
what?
No, that's lame. I actually want what we were looking at is a movie theater standee post, like one of those 3D poster kind of things where it's like in the background and then there's 3D elements that pop out, and this is like movie theater seats, and they make 3 theater seats and Sonic is sitting in it. Someone smashed his legs off.
I think if you go back to the original photo, go to that.
You can't hold down Alt and scroll.
That might work too.
Ugh, this is why no one uses Chrome. This?
Yeah. Zoom. Oh yeah, that picture's not. This is 19 or 10 different sounds. So yeah, I guess he says like, "You fake hedgehog," or something. I don't know. You're looking in books. Change it to. There you go.
Another thing we have is this weird, ugly blue latex mask.
Yeah, that was out, I think, before Halloween. I don't know
Ugh.
if anyone bought it. There's a Sonic poster. Yeah, there's a couple of those.
Lots of just general Sonic merchandise that like is kind of related to the movie, but also kind of not. Funko Pops and all that stuff. But
Yeah, I'm sure that's already been out, though.
actually would love to have this as a kid. The actual Sonic Spin Dash Green Hill Zone.
So
There's
that
nothing.
looks cooler, and that's cheaper than... That's $24 right there. That was cheaper than the other
And it
Spin
looks like
Dash.
there's more to it than... We have our classic Sonic Halloween costume, which we talked about in a previous episode. But yeah, so... Yeah, Amazon doesn't have this plushy thing. Interesting.
So we'll probably see more as we get closer to the movie.
Yeah, there's also things like bed sheets and what was the full rollout?
Go to... Did I get rid of it? Game Informer.
I know there's like bed sheets and other like random merchandise. So they'll roll out over the coming weeks here. But it's just interesting, like, because a question I had throughout the entire production of this movie was how hard are they going to go with toys and merchandise and stuff? Like, pretty much Disney, whenever they do a movie for kids, which is I guess all of them, right? They just go balls to the wall with toys and stuff, right? So I was like wondering like how much are they going to do with the Sonic merchandise, and especially with the redesign, how much of them got scrapped? Like, this is too much of the old design. We have this bed sheet. made, like designed, like they're ready to be printed, but it's the old stupid, it's the meow face Sonic, and everyone's favorite part of the trailer. So I always wondered how much they scrapped, how much they kept. You know, it clearly looked like that Spin Dash toy was just the old design. They're like, this is close enough.
Yeah.
He also looks off model from either design.
And parents probably aren't going to care. You're like,
No.
kid wants Sonic.
It's Sonic.
So
Plus, I mean, they have a bunch of other regular Sonic stuff, and to be quite frank, I'm sure they're made with more care put into them. You know, I saw there were some Sonic plushies that looked like they're higher quality, and even just a giant Chaos Emerald thing.
You know, it's kind of maybe not surprised, maybe less for you, but I was curious that like we have what Mario and Sonic go to the Olympics or whatever it's called there. That's coming out. When does that come out?
I think it's out. Oh, it's out already.
It's
Mario
out?
and Sonic at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games for Nintendo Switch.
So I wonder if we'll see like at the movie theater if they'll have like an ad for that beforehand.
They probably will. I mean, they don't really have any Sonic Team Racing, maybe, but they don't really have any other like Sonic game to pimp besides Forces.
Also saying,
which is
even if they made a
terrible
garbage Sonic the Hedgehog movie, the game,
on mobile, there probably is. I bet I could look on the App Store right now and find just the stupidest Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
but as a frequent Target goer, I will definitely check out the toy aisle to see if they have any Sonic stuff. Not that I'd buy it, but I'd be curious to see how much
They have an official Apple iMessage sticker set.
Oh boy!
But no apps or anything like that.
Oh boy!
So you know your boy just downloaded that. He's gonna text Devin up a whole bunch of Sonic stickies.
What ones do they got? What ones do they got here? This one was him as Santa.
Which is a callback to the ending of the Sonic. Oh my god, they have one that just says lit. These are really tiny.
They are tiny.
Regular iMessage stickers are usually big. On my way. Like I can usually make one almost completely full screen. Happy New Year. This is very dated.
Happy New Year.
2020 Sonic the Hedgehog movie. There's one in a heart. And there's one that just says cool.
Cool.
Now on the other thing of that, we have like official Pokemon ones, and like look how big this Psyduck can get, or the Snorlax. You know he's huge. Anyway, no apps, but I'm surprised because Sonic or Sega has like a bunch of like rotating Sonic games on mobile, like Sonic Dash, and I think there's like 3 or 4 of them. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're like quickly reskin one as the Sonic movie and then just put it out because they're free to play.
Yeah.
You know.
But
I would actually love an official Sonic the movie, the game.
I would too, just because I'd be curious to see if it could be any worse than some of the Sonic games we've seen over the years.
Right.
Or would it just be fun? Or you know what I mean?
Like
or,
they'll probably outsource it to some really really like cheap contract studio, and they'll actually give a shit and try, and be like they'll do something weird and unique, and then people will be like, actually this is a hidden gem. It's a bad game, but it's got some cool ideas.
What is your favorite the movie, the game ever? I don't know if you've played it enough, but like if there's one movie or one game that's based strictly off the movie.
Ooh.
What was your favorite one?
Well, I never played it, but there was that Ratchet and Clank remake. But like, they remade the game based off the movie, but I hear not really.
I know Spider-Man 2, the game, was good. A lot of people like that game.
Yeah. This is interesting. Well, my younger brother, he got for Christmas years and years ago WALL-E the video game.
Oh.
I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. It's a great movie. But it opens up on Earth in the future, and it's all trashed, right? It's all trashed, and WALL-E's it, and it's just him, and he's picking up cubes of trash, moving them around, and he finds an iPod, and it plays an old, I don't remember what it is, it's famous, but an old music, like, musical segment or something. It's one song, right? And, like, the first level of the stupid WALL-E video game, that was the music that played on loop. He never got past that first level. So that's all I heard
Oh
for
no.
just weeks at a time was that stupid. I wanted to mute the TV so badly.
I played. There's two that come to my head, and they're not good. I had Transformers the game, or the movie The Game, whatever you want to call it. I don't remember the official title.
Wow.
On PSP. $60.
For a PSP game? No.
Oh, I remember it being stupid expensive. It was 40, whatever. That game was bad.
Really?
It's just a linear story, and you either play as the Decepticons or the Autobots, and I did both
Really?
within like 5 hours, maybe each. So maybe you got 10 hours out of that game.
Oh my god.
And as a kid, I'm like, okay, is there anything else? So like I replayed it again just to be like, is there anything else I can do? Nope. That's it. That is it. And then there's also another game that this is more of a game I struggled with. I never actually beat it because I could never get past the first level, which I don't know if it was because the game was bad or I was just bad. Probably the latter. But Men in Black 2, the game, or the movie The Game, I don't know what the official title was, but it starts off with you on like some sort of like harbor in New York City, and you're Will Smith or whatever, or not Will Smith because they didn't get him to voice it or anything. And I remember it just being so hard, hard. There's like millions of these like aliens, and I'm like, you see like 5 aliens maybe at least outside of like their little hub in the movie, and I'm like, this game's so hard and unrealistic.
I did have some bad movie The Game games as a kid. I had so you mentioned Spider-Man 2, awesome PS2 game everyone remembers. Well, I had the Game Boy Advance version, which was a side scroller, I played a lot of side scrollers on Game Boy Advance, like Metroid games, Castlevania games, action-y games, and a lot of them felt fun. And this felt okay at times, but what I really wanted to be able to like wall jump, bounce off from wall to wall, or swing, on some ceilings overhead, and they barely gave you any opportunities to do that in levels. And in between each level, they did a really, 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 really bad Mode 7 3D thing where you're swinging through the city in 3D on the Game Boy Advance.
What?
Where it could do it because the Super Nintendo could do it, but it was like you take an image, a sprite, and you tilt it so it becomes 3D and it's your floor. And then you have other sprites sticking up in varying the same sprite of a building with distances away.
Yeah.
And then as you get closer, they get bigger and that's thing. And you swung around them, and Spider-Man was a flat image and he attached to nothing in the air. I had that for Game Boy Advance. Also for Game Boy Advance, I had the movie, The Game of a series of unfortunate events.
Oh, no.
Where your health meter was called the misery meter because they didn't want to kill the kids. They just want to make them unhappy. That Game Boy Advance box came with a pair of movie tickets to the movie, which I never redeemed. Also on DS, I had Monster House.
Oh, I love Monster House, the movie.
That was it was a good movie. I have it on 3D Blu-ray, and the frame rate is like 15.
Oh boy.
Well, whatever so 12 because it's 24 frames a second for a movie.
Yeah.
I swear it's like 12 frames a second because we had a 3D TV, a great one. This game wasn't all that bad. It was a top-down like twin stick shooter where you moved with the D-pad, and then you used the stylus to aim in another direction, and you had water guns and you shot like a furniture that was attacking you. And there was levels and they were okay. And then what did I had on GameCube. This is one of these, if you look up worst games of all time, this game pops up. This is an infamous game. I don't necessarily agree that it's the worst game of all time. There are plenty of broken, terrible games that pop up on Steam.
Yeah.
But if you think about because I think Sonic 06 is probably the worst game of all time because it's a name. This is a relaunch. This is a, you know what I mean? Like it's literally called Sonic the Hedgehog. It's trying to do something with a brand and it fails so spectacularly. That's why it's bad. This other game pops up on worst game of all times list because it takes a popular media franchise, The Matrix.
Oh, I think I know.
I had Enter the Matrix for Nintendo GameCube.
I heard about
Atari
this game.
published it. It was on 2 discs, and I thought, because I'd never heard of a game being on 2 discs besides on the PlayStation. I'm like, is the other disc just a movie? I didn't, and you played as these two. You got to pick between 2 characters, and it was just I just couldn't understand it. It was just terrible. You were running through a warehouse.
Neo.
I remember.
Who else would it be? Trinity?
No, it wasn't. It
Was it
wasn't. It was a black woman and just another white dude, I think. But it was neither of them. They were I never watched the
Trying to
Matrix sequels, and I never watched Enter the Animatrix or whatever.
There might have been. It's been a hot minute since I've seen.
She had like a brown leather jacket. Ugly '90s designs.
Yeah, that's not like
I watched the original Matrix. While I was visiting family for Christmas, and like the designs are just on their outfits are just barely acceptable. Like, okay, this isn't cringy, corny, but like I feel like for this game their outfits were terrible. But I remember like you could do something where you entered slow-mo bullet time if you ever tried to do a backflip off a wall, and I kept trying to shoot this dude, and like the AI was so terrible that he wasn't firing back. So it just kept letting me try it over and over again, and I was like, no, and I smashed my head on the floor because I wasn't able to shoot in time or something. And those are my movie adaptation video games.
Yeah, I think we always want more Sonic, because at this point, most times it's going to be bad. We just assume it's going to be bad. So what, if you our expectations are already low, so if you do a Sonic, the movie, the game,
exactly,
it might be great.
Now, people bemoan the rise of mobile gaming, adding all these monetization things, and people generally look at them as a bad thing, except for the few puzzle games that are good. But one thing I always point out that I think is an unfortunate side effect, because it would have given us more cringy video games, is that like that's where all of the movie games things went, because it's a lot cheaper to make a free little iPhone game that has ads in it than it is to try to, contract a studio to make Disney's Up, the video game, which is an easy platinum trophy, I've heard. But like, it's a lot easier to do that. So you don't really see like movie the games anymore, because quite frankly, get someone that knows C# or C++ and make a little iPhone game, and that's it.
THQ Underworld, the game.
I mean, that's the thing. THQ also went under, and they made a lot of. I remember
lot of
them
Sonic. Making a lot of weren't they?
I rented Sonic
games?
the movie. The game for GameCube. First level was you driving the Krabby Patty mobile.
Mm.
So,
all right, I think we're good though. I think we've seen all the Sonic stuff. So
hey, there's Poplio, the Pokemon
so Sega,
star.
if you're listening, make Sonic the movie the game, and we'll play it.
Here's Baby Gonzo. All these blue plushy toys. So thanks for listening. Armadillo.
Everyone's favorite Pokemon.
Yep. Hey, there's a Pikachu dressed as the shiny Gyarados. There's Pikachu dressed as Mega Charizard Y. There's Pikachu dressed as Mega Lucario. Pikachu as Lugia. Pikachu as a purse. We'll see you next time. Hopefully we'll have a better show than this quick and dirty one. Sorry about the audio. Sorry about the lack of any editing. And until next time, bye.
Bye.